Hey, what's up? Good morning, riders. Hey, again, this is not a prison channel. This is not a channel for promoting gangbanging or negativity. Simply, I'm always going to talk about my life story, what I've been through, what I've done in the past. Of course, I can't incriminate myself, but I could share some stories that could be knowledge for you young cats nowadays and try to help you stay away from the gang bullshit, yo. So I'm taking it back. There will be a part 3 of me being in East Lake Juvenile Hall. So basically, me going in and out of the halls, you learn a lot of things, a lot of shit like boot camp. Certain shit start feeling like you're in what is it called, like military type service, because you know camps, some of them are real strict, like Camp Scott, Challenger. You know, they run certain program where they make you feel as you're part of some type of military camp, some type of training, you know. So for those that actually been in camp, you would know what is bobsled, parade rests, walk with your hands behind your back. We all know that, ROM, stuff of that nature. So those that actually been to camp and you can relate, you know what leg lock is. You have an enemiga in there, or not even, you know, not just an enemiga loco, like you know, just somebody you don't like, somebody that don't like you, or somebody that calls you out. Hey, let's go behind the wall and leg lock, fool, because you ain't trying to get caught fighting, you know what I mean, taking off, because sometimes you get refiled from camp. You get 777 because your fights, or too many fights or whatever. You get sent to the box and then they ship you back to the halls and then rehouse you again. So those that been to camp know exactly what leg lock is. Leg lock. Man, boy, I fucked around and tried that shit with this one fool I didn't like, homie, from Paramount, Eastside Paramount. I think he was from Eastside Paramount, if I remember right. Well, I didn't like homie, dog, because, you know, he just had that one face to that one particular person, and you look at it and you just be like, oh, fuck that fool, you know what I mean? We all have those in our lives. But he was them type of fools to me, he was that type of fool that I'll look at it and I'm like, nah, I gotta tell him something, bro. So we end up getting into it because we were porters, or KPs, the ones that pass out the food. And them times we had the big cart that they'll bring it to the camp, and I was only in reception. Reception for me was Camp Smith. For those that been in Challenger, there's Camp Smith, Jarvis, Scobie, or no, Scott, I'm sorry. And I can't remember. The Challenger was the astronauts that went to space or some shit, and there was 13 of them who fucking made it back home, and this and that, and that. You guys look up the history of Challenger. So, long story short, this fool, I didn't like that dude. So we got into it because, you know, who was keeping the extras out of the food cart. And that day, we had some fish pattings, some fillet, they will say, and I wanted that shit. I like it. Plus, I was on my workout, so I thought, you know, that shit was major protein or whatnot. So we go back there. I'm pretty good, you know, with the hands or whatnot. Now, I can't say I'm a pro or I'm, you know, the best, but I could do what I do with my hands, you know what I mean? Meaning fighting and shit in there. So me and this fool, we dug down, we leg lock, which you know is 1 foot over the right foot of the other person and the left foot over his left foot, and it's basically this, like that. So you're nuts to nuts, you know, nuts to nuts, and then you just start swinging at each other, nothing but face. If you go flat back, you just that's just like a swimmer. If you guys know about squabbling, a swimmer is a motherfucker who fight with his head dug down. But anyways, so we leg lock. We're about 10 seconds in. Nobody's throwing the punch. We're trying to, you know, try to get each other's face, and then we start swinging. He, about his 5th jab, he connects one right here, right there. Bam! Boy, that motherfucking hit dazed the shit out of me. That fool hits hard, bro. You know, there's some motherfuckers that have heavy ass hands, bro, and there's some fools that have light hands. But once they tap you, homie, meaning they tap you right here in the temple, or they just connect that one little hit, you're out, bro. And I'm that type of motherfucker that I don't got a heavy hand. Well, back then I didn't. Now it's a little different, you know, because I'm older and I gained a lot of weight, you know, compared to my teen days. But back then, that motherfucker, that hit he gave me, boy, I kind of rethinked it, like, oh shit, I don't really want to fight this motherfucker. Them punches was like when you see in prison stories that they put the locks in the fucking, in certain prisons they got locks, right, for the lockers. It felt like if there was a fucking lock in a socket, that fool just went wham, hit me right here on the eye socket, in the bottom of the eye socket. So with that being said, I was like, damn, I kind of picked the wrong fight. We end up going, he won. I'm not gonna lie, he won, because his hits was hard, man. That motherfucker was something else, bro. And I don't know where dude's at now in life. Hey, but salute to you. Hopefully you still alive, homie. And Klepto was his name, or Klepto or Clever, one or the other. I know it was one or the other. And man, that shit is unforgettable. Unforgettable, bro. Another one that I used to leg lock a lot with, which I didn't like at all, and it wasn't about no racist shit, because I ain't never been racist, but it was Head from I think he was Head 3 from Jordan Downs, Grape Street, Watts, Baby Low Crip. Shout out to you, bro, if you ever see this or you still alive, homie. And it's all love, dog. Ain't no hatred or anything. You was just young, dumb, and fucking out of it, dog. But Ed 3 from Baby Loke, Watts, Grape Street. Me and him, we used to go at it a lot. We didn't like each other. For some reason, he didn't like me. I said, fuck it then. You don't like me? Fuck you. We're going at it all the time. Leg lock, man. Hey, drop a comment, man. If you were from that era, you've been to the halls, and you know what that shit is, drop them comments, bro. Let me hear a story. Those shits these YouTubers don't really talk about. Leg locks, homie. Going to the quartermaster. Going to the back of the dorm while motherfuckers is folding up the sheets and put up the sheet up high so the staff can't see you up front, bro. Let me know what camps you've been to. I'll name mine, bro. Again, ain't no skeleton in my shit. I've been to Smith, Jarvis, damn, what's that other one over there by Gonzalez? I've been to Gonzalez, and I've been to Camp Scott. Scott, bro, let me tell you a story. Let me make this quick as possible. When I went to Camp Scott, homie, I was full-blown active, like gang banging, bro. Like really into that shit. So I get there, there's 4, now I can't say dorms, but it's divided in 4 sections, which are rows. They're called, again, they use military type of theme that they got in these camps. So you had Charlie, Baker, Delta, Alpha. You know, not in that particular order, but that's the rows where the beds were at. Bro, when I walked in that motherfucker, and I was in the front, in the intake, in the quartermaster, where you, because Scott is a small ass fucking camp, and right there was like boot camp, because you had to wear boots. You had fatigues and all that shit, the camo pants. So all I hear is West Side 18, South Side 18, North Side 18, South Side 18. Bro, by the time I get to my bed, I already have about 10 fades lined up, bro, ready to go, because at them times the gang I was from didn't actually get along with 18. And you know, anything that had an 18 on it, whether you're from Inglewood, you're from fucking Cudahy, from any other city, it didn't matter. 18 is 18. You know what I mean? 18th Street. And you know, I was gangbanging. I took that shit real serious and hard, to where, hey, enemy's an enemy no matter where you're at. So push comes to shove, man, I'm in Camp Scott, bro. I have fucking over 10 fades, bro. That's like, you know what that is, man. You're about to get your ass beat by one or another. You're not gonna win all of them. You can't fucking lie. I didn't take all them fucking 10 fades or more. The fucking first thing I did, bro, when they put me in my bed, there was an 18 right behind me. I took flight on that motherfucker, dog. What was his name? Darky. I think it was Darky from the Outsays. I already had no one from Eastlake Juvenile Hall in Unit M&N. So that's another story I'm gonna tell as well. Man, I got a story for days, man, when it comes to Juvenile Hall. I lived in that motherfucker since 2001, early 2001, January 2001, all the way to 2007, or the ending of 2006, before I turned 18. So long story short, man, I was in Camp Scott as well. And I'm going to get to how I got to Camp Scott, what term I was in already, because by that time I've been in and out of the Juvenile Hall. But that's for another part. Part 3 is coming soon, possibly this weekend. And I'm going to tell you the story of, you know, me going to jail. But yeah, man, a Darky, if I'm not mistaken, it was Darky from Outsays clique, somewhere over there by the jungles, if I'm not mistaken, or by the Smiley Drives. They're somewhere over there, but they West LA, 18th Street. Wherever you at, dog, hey, wish you the best, homie. And y'all stay positive, man. If you like the stories, make sure you like, subscribe, leave some comments, man. Even if they hate, man, I don't give a fuck. You ain't a gangbanger no more. I don't push that narrative. I'm a rough rider. It's about brotherhood. You grow out of that shit. I'm nearly 40 years old, man. I'm good. I let the young people handle that, man. That ain't for me. But y'all stay safe. Stay blessed. Ours.